the weirdness of the New York City mayoral race?
One of the interesting things about the United States politics is that it has allowed foreign entities, foreign lobbies to register in the United States of America. And these lobbies, these entities can go ahead, fund various politicians who are going to kind of fight for their own interest, for the interest of those foreign entities. And this has led to a lot of frustration, especially among Americans. And one of the groups which is impacted the most is the MAGA individuals. MAGA individuals voted for Donald Trump with the main purpose of ensuring that the United States of America was going to put Americans first. That's the main goal of MAGA, make America great again. So those individuals, more especially when they are observing what is currently going on, they feel frustrated and they are not excited about Donald Trump and the United States of America in general. So some of those individuals who are frustrated or who tend to show that they are frustrated, one of them is Joe Rogan, and also we have Diron. But for Tim Diron, he is one of those individuals who has gone ahead and abandoned the MAGA movement in general, and he touches Donald Trump each and every day. So in this discussion, they were discussing about the role which Israel is playing in the United States politics, the influence which it has among its politicians, and one of the race which showed a clear indication of how Israel has a great influence among the United States politicians is the race of New York. During that race, individuals were asked if one of them or those if one of those who were fighting for this position, if it was to be elected, which country will they visit first? And one of the answers which they gave is what this discussion or this debate is going to discuss about. Have a look on what Joe Rogan and Tim Dillon discussed about the role of Israel in the United States politics.
How much influence do they really have on this country?
It's
That's what creeps people out because I think no one even really considered it before October 7th. It
right,
wasn't. I mean, I'm sure people considered it. Nick Fuentes considered it, but it
right,
wasn't like it was an openly discussed thing amongst young people.
right.
It wasn't until we started realizing. First of all, it was APAC. It
Yeah,
was the weirdness of the New York City mayoral race.
yeah, of course.
Very weird. Where they were all like, "We're going to visit Israel." Like, what?
Well, it's also in direct opposition to the stated goal of the Trump administration, which is to repair the United States and to make it great and to elevate it and to focus on the United States and to not go into Middle Eastern wars, which was a huge, very popular plank of his platform, and to not waste money and saddle ourselves with debt and mire ourselves in these unwinnable wars.
If you are a citizen of the United States of America, whether you are from the MAGA movement or the Democrat side, one of the things which you need to agree or which you have already made peace with is that the government of Israel has a great influence when it comes to the politics which are being done in the United States of America. If you are denying that, then you really have serious issues which need to be dealt with. If you want to observe how influential the government of Israel is, or the likes of APAC is, just go ahead and observe those individuals who opposed, for instance, the aid to go to Israel, or who opposed the beliefs and also the thoughts of Donald Trump when it came to Iran war. Some of these examples include Majority Taylor Greene, we have Thomas Massey. All those individuals, Donald Trump ensured that he supported their opposers, and also APAC went ahead and funded this project. For instance, in the case of Thomas Massey, in that campaign, more than 32 million US dollars was spent on marketing all these individuals who were fighting for the position of Kentucky. So, when it comes to the influence which the government of Israel has over the US politics is so enormous. One of the challenging issues, more especially when it comes to the politics of the United States, more especially when it relates to the government of Israel, they are losing the information war. Most individuals are aware of what is going because nowadays you don't need to go to the mainstream media to listen to Fox News, CNN News, CBS News, CNBC News. or those old stream media which these individuals used to control. For instance, the CBS, Riley Ellison bought that platform or bought that network. We have Washington Post, I believe it's the one which Jeff Bezos bought. Twitter, we have the likes of Elon Musk, even though he is not fully in control of it in terms of those individual what you need to post and what you need not to post. But you can realize that the information war the government of Israel is losing. But you also need to realize how much it has of a power over the United States government. Let's use, for example, institutions of higher learning. A student can go ahead and criticize Israel, and he is suspended from that institution. An individual can criticize Israel, and they may end up losing his job. So that's how massive Israel has influence in the United States of America. But you are allowed to criticize the United States government. You can go ahead and destroy government property of the United States. You can go ahead, burn the flag of the United States, and there's nothing which can be done towards you or against you. But if you try that with the government of Israel, you oppose the narrative which Israel is trying to give, then you are likely going to be met with serious issues. And that's why most individuals in the United States of America are so frustrated when it comes to who are they first for? Are they for the American people or for the government of Israel? When you see, for instance, the government aids which are going towards Israel, they are given annually. But when it comes to the rights of the American people in terms of their well-being, for instance, the medical issues, you hear Donald Trump saying that they are fighting wars and they are not interested in funding small projects which government state registries can take care of. So you can understand that the priority of government officials in the United States of America is first for the well-being of Israel, and then they may consider the well-being of the citizens of the United States of America. I was reading this article, which was I got an idea in that if an American individual, for example, is sick or he is armed, yeah, maybe he got an injury, the government can decide not to take care of him in the United States of America. But if this individual was working or was working on behalf of IDF and he got some injuries, it would be taken care of free of charge. And that's the disparity between the United States of America on how it takes its citizens care of, while when it comes to those individuals who are involved with the government of Israel, they are given the first priority. So that's why the likes of Joe Rogan, the likes of Tim Dillon are kind of questioning. For instance, why should the not governor, but mayor of New York be so interested to go out and feast Israel instead of taking care of the issues which are facing New Yorkers? And that's why Soran Mamdani was one of the individuals who won the election in the New York race because he put the Americans first. He said the right thing, which enabled him to win the race of New York. Is it what? Mayor seat. And other individuals, where they said they were going to kiss the world, they were going to feast Israel, they went out and lost that election. Anyway, I like your thoughts, but before that, I need you, please just go ahead, subscribe, like, and also don't forget to share. I need to reach 1,000 subscribers. But at the same time, leave out your own thoughts, more especially when it comes to do you believe that the government of Israel is given the first priority compared to the rights and the interests of the citizens of the United States of America? See you in my next one. Siku njema.